Over 600,000 people disappear in the United States every year. Join me as we delve into the chilling, real-life events that have inspired countless fictional mysteries, exploring the blurred lines between fact and fantasy. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, a specter of fear haunted Northern California. The region, known for its picturesque landscapes and vibrant communities, was suddenly overshadowed by a series of brutal and seemingly random attacks. The tranquility of the area was shattered, and a sense of dread permeated the air. The Zodiac Killer terrorized the San Francisco Bay Area, claiming responsibility for 5 murders and 2 attempted murders. His reign of terror began in December 1968 with the murders of high school students Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday on a secluded road. Over the next year, more attacks followed, each more chilling than the last. After each attack, the Zodiac would send taunting letters and cryptic ciphers to local newspapers, boasting of his deeds and threatening further violence. These letters were filled with bizarre symbols and references, making them a puzzle for both the public and law enforcement. The Zodiac seemed to relish the attention, playing a cat-and-mouse game with the authorities. Despite the best efforts of investigators, the Zodiac's true identity remains a mystery to this day. Detectives pored over the letters, interviewed countless suspects, and followed up on numerous leads, but the killer always seemed to be one step ahead. The frustration and desperation of the investigators were palpable as they faced mounting pressure from the public and the media. The case has spawned countless theories, books, documentaries, and even a major motion picture directed by David Fincher. Each new piece of media delves into the mystery, offering new insights and perspectives, but the core enigma remains unsolved. The Zodiac Killer has become a cultural phenomenon, a symbol of the unknown and the unknowable. The Zodiac's cryptic messages, often signed with a cross-circle symbol, were like something out of a detective novel. These symbols and codes added an eerie layer to the already terrifying crimes, making the Zodiac seem almost like a character from fiction rather than a real-life monster. Some ciphers were eventually cracked, revealing chilling messages, while others remain unbroken to this day. The cracked ciphers provided glimpses into the twisted mind of the killer, but the unbroken ones continue to taunt and challenge cryptographers and amateur sleuths alike. The enduring mystery of the Zodiac continues to fascinate and terrify, serving as a stark reminder of the evil that can lurk behind seemingly ordinary facades. The case remains open, a haunting chapter in the annals of criminal history and a testament to the enduring allure of the unknown. In 1974, the sleepy suburban town of Amityville, New York, became synonymous with paranormal terror. The Lutz family claimed to experience a series of horrifying events that would become known as the Amityville Horror. Just a year prior, the house had been the scene of a gruesome mass murder. The Lutz family, who moved in shortly after the murders, claimed that the house was plagued by strange noises, cold spots, foul odors, and even demonic apparitions. The Amityville horror story was quickly seized upon by authors and filmmakers, eager to capitalize on the public's fascination with the paranormal. Regardless of whether the events that transpired in Amityville were real or imagined, the story's impact on popular culture is undeniable. High in the desolate Ural Mountains of Soviet Russia, a chilling mystery unfolded in 1959 that continues to baffle investigators and armchair detectives alike. This incident, known as the Dyatlov Pass incident, has become one of the most perplexing and enduring mysteries of the 20th century. The story begins with a group of 9 experienced hikers, all of whom were students or graduates of the Ural Polytechnical Institute. They set out on a challenging expedition, aiming to reach the remote Otortan mountain. The group was led by 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov, a seasoned hiker with a passion for adventure. 9 experienced hikers, led by 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov, perished under mysterious circumstances, their tent found ripped open from the inside and their bodies scattered across the snow-covered slopes. The hikers had been well prepared for the journey, carrying enough supplies and equipment to last them for weeks. They had also planned their route meticulously, ensuring that they would be able to navigate the treacherous terrain of the Ural Mountains. However, something went terribly wrong during their expedition, leading to a series of events that would ultimately result in their tragic deaths. When the hikers failed to arrive at their designated rendezvous point, a search party was dispatched to locate them. The search party, consisting of volunteers, fellow students and military personnel, braved the harsh winter conditions in their quest to find the missing hikers. Days turned into weeks as the search efforts intensified, with rescuers scouring the vast, snow-covered landscape for any signs of the group. The searchers were determined to uncover the truth behind the hiker's disappearance, but what they eventually found only deepened the mystery. The hiker's tent was found abandoned on the slopes of Kholat-Syakhl, known as Dead Mountain in the local Mansi language. The tent had been inexplicably ripped open from the inside, suggesting that the hikers had fled in a state of panic. This discovery raised more questions than answers, as there were no signs of an external threat that could have caused such a reaction. The eerie silence of the snow-covered landscape seemed to hold the secrets of what had transpired on that fateful night. Scattered around the campsite were the hikers' belongings, shoes, backpacks, and even some of their clothing. The items were found in a haphazard manner, as if they had been discarded in a hurry. This added to the sense of urgency and fear that must have gripped the hikers in their final moments. The searchers were left to piece together the fragmented clues, trying to make sense of the chaotic scene that lay before them. As the search party fanned out, they began to discover the hikers' bodies scattered across the mountainside in various states of undress. Some were found wearing only their underwear, despite the freezing temperatures. This phenomenon, known as paradoxical undressing, occurs when hypothermia victims become disoriented and feel a burning sensation, leading them to remove their clothing. The discovery of the bodies only added to the confusion and horror of the situation. Some had sustained horrific injuries, including fractured skulls, broken ribs, and internal damage. These injuries were so severe that they were compared to those typically seen in high-speed car accidents. Yet there were no external wounds or signs of struggle, leaving investigators puzzled as to how such trauma could have occurred. The lack of clear evidence only fueled speculation and debate about the true cause of the hikers' deaths. Adding to the enigma, some of the victims' clothing was found to be radioactive. This bizarre detail led to a flurry of theories involving secret military tests and nuclear contamination. The presence of radiation raised the stakes of the investigation, suggesting that there might be more to the story than initially thought. However, no definitive explanation for the radioactive clothing has ever been found, leaving this aspect of the case shrouded in mystery. Theories abound to this day, ranging from avalanches and paradoxical undressing to more outlandish explanations involving military experiments, UFO encounters, and even attacks by mythical creatures. Each theory has its proponents and detractors, with no single explanation able to account for all the strange and unsettling details of the case. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains an enduring enigma, a haunting reminder of the dangers that can lurk in the most remote and unforgiving corners of the world. Los Angeles, 1947. The City of Angels, a sprawling metropolis bathed in sunlight by day and shrouded in mystery by night. It was a time when Hollywood's golden age was in full swing and the streets were filled with dreamers chasing stardom. But beneath the glitz and glamour, a darker story was unfolding. On January 15th, the mutilated body of a young woman was discovered in a vacant lot, her corpse severed at the waist and drained of blood. The scene was gruesome, a stark contrast to the city's bright lights and movie premieres. The police were baffled and the public was horrified. The victim was Elizabeth Short, a 22-year-old aspiring actress with dreams of stardom. She had come to Los Angeles with hopes of making it big, but instead, she met a tragic and untimely end. Her life, filled with aspirations and struggles, was cut short in the most brutal way imaginable. The press, captivated by the gruesome nature of the crime and Short's striking beauty, dubbed her the Black Dahlia. Headlines screamed of the horrific details and the public couldn't get enough. The media frenzy turned the case into a sensation, with every new detail splashed across front pages. Despite a massive investigation, the Black Dahlia case remains one of the most infamous unsolved murders in American history. Detectives followed countless leads, interviewed hundreds of suspects, and yet the killer was never found. The case grew colder with each passing year, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and shattered lives. Elizabeth Short's life and death have become intertwined with the dark side of Hollywood, a cautionary tale of ambition, exploitation, and the fleeting nature of fame. Her story is a reminder of the dangers that lurk behind the bright lights and red carpets, a stark warning to those who seek fortune in the city of dreams. The Black Dahlia case has inspired countless works of fiction, film, and art. From noir films to novels, her story has been retold and reimagined, each version adding to the mythos of the Black Dahlia. Artists and writers have been drawn to the mystery, using it as a canvas to explore themes of beauty, violence, and the human condition. The enduring fascination with the Black Dahlia case speaks to our enduring fascination with unsolved mysteries, particularly those that involve the dark side of glamour and fame. It is a story that continues to captivate, a haunting reminder of the shadows that can lurk behind even the brightest of lights. The Black Dahlia remains an enigma, a symbol of Hollywood's darkest secrets and the human desire to uncover the truth. In 1922, a gruesome discovery on a secluded farmstead near the Bavarian village of Hinterkaifeck, Germany, sent shockwaves through the region. 6 members of the Gruber family, along with their maid, were found brutally murdered in their home. The Hinterkaifeck murders, as they came to be known, remain one of Germany's most perplexing unsolved crimes. Several days before the murders, Andreas Gruber had reported strange occurrences around the farm. He found footprints in the snow leading to the house, but none leading away. The murders themselves appeared to have been carried out with chilling precision. Despite a thorough investigation and numerous suspects questioned, the case went cold. From the cryptic ciphers of the Zodiac Killer to the haunting legend of the Amityville Horror, these real-life mysteries continue to captivate and disturb us. They remind us that the line between fact and fiction can be blurry, and that sometimes the most unsettling stories are those rooted in reality. If you enjoyed this exploration into the real events behind fictional mysteries, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more captivating content. Until next time, keep exploring the fascinating and often unsettling world of the unknown.